Explanation of the tarot card The Fool. At the very beginning, I will say that tarot is not, as most people think, a system for divination but a picture book that serves for initiation into the greatest mysteries. The tarot consists of 22 major and 56 minor arcana. The major arcana are the keys to initiation, which higher states of mind and spirit. Explanation of the tarot card with the number 0, or the tarot card of the Fool. So on this card we see a young person who has been sent on a journey. We can see this by the luggage she carries on her shoulder. It can also be seen that she is carried away by the outside world, and his apparent beauty, which we can see from the white rose he holds in his hand. His eyes are directed towards the sky, and an abyss opens in front of him. This is the first indication that he has missed his path and is one step away from ruin. The sun is behind him, and since the rule used in the tarot is that one should move towards the sun, that is the next indication that he has missed the path. The little dog down on the side is barking and trying to warn him of the abyss that is opening in front of him. And finally, the most important thing is his clothes. You can see the coming circles. The Sephiroth from the symbol of the tree of life are falling, which clearly tells us that the true direction of his journey is inward and not outward. This is the right time to remind you that the symbol of the tree of life is always more or less hidden in the great arcana. Otherwise, for those who do not know the tree of life, it is an ingenious composite symbol that shows the mapping of the macrocosmos into the microcosmos, actually the mapping of the entire universe into man. For the truth, he is a seeker but he is searching in the wrong place. The little dog is a sweet voice of intuition that always appears at the beginning of our spiritual search. At the beginning it is very unnoticeable, but if it persists on the path it is louder and more persistent. It is the voice of intuition which will return the seeker from wandering in the outside world to the search within himself. Here I would say that the great arcana of the tarot always contain instructions for action, which will allow us to move from one lower level of spiritual and mental being to the next higher level. So first the instruction is clear. Let's pay more attention to intuition, and when he is convinced that intuition is guiding him correctly, he will look for the reason for all events in the outside world within himself. When he submits to the inner guidance after that, he will be ready to move to the next state, the state of a conscious creator, which is represented by the tarot card with the number 1 or the Magus tarot card. The transition from the Fool to the Magician is never sudden or quick, and will be accompanied by a lot of progress towards the Magician and regression towards the Fool, because most people who take this matter seriously will really work on their mental states and attitudes and will really succeed in being in accordance with their inner change will produce a change in the outside world. And when that happens, they will indulge in enjoying the newly created circumstances, completely forgetting their personal development and the path of ascension, which will inevitably sooner or later bring them back to the beginning of the path, back to the Fool tarot card. The transition phase between the Magician and the Fool can be very dangerous, and in the next video I will explain why. Transitioning from the Fool tarot card to the Magician tarot card means a lot. It means taking responsibility for everything that happens in our life, so we can't blame anyone apart from ourselves and our beliefs, which can always be changed for the better with a will to make an effort. He also wants me to say that many truth seekers get stuck in that phase for the rest of their lives. My next video it will be about that middle phase, the transition from Fool to Magician. That's all for now. See you soon. Explanation of the tarot card The Fool. At the very beginning, I will